While I'm no good at it in real life, I do enjoy snowboarding video games, and there's a new one called Shred It out on the PS4. But is this game cool to the core, or is it more like a blizzard of misery? Shred It is a combination of a snowboarding game with an endless runner. It has a cool looking aesthetic to it, with the whole kind of paper cutout looking characters and world that you get to snowboard in. The game features 3 different modes of play: the Endless Mountain, Checkpoint mode, and then a Practice-like mode. Whatever mode you end up selecting, you then get to select your character. You have a few characters that you have unlocked from the very beginning, and then you have a few that you'll be able to unlock by completing certain tasks. Thankfully, you can select which characters that are unlockable, and you get to see what is required in order to unlock them. After selecting the character, you then jump onto the mountain, and in Endless mode, your goal is just to see how far you're able to make it down the mountain before you end up running out of health. You start with 2 hits at your disposal, a heart, and then if you get hit after losing that heart, you end up getting a game over, though you can continue if you want to spend your paper clips. Paper clips are the game's main money system, and you have the option to use some of these paper clips in order to extend an endless mountain run if you would like to. The mountain itself is broken up into multiple stages, which of course get harder the farther you make it down, adding new hazards, pitfalls, animals to deal with. You only have a jump, slide, and moving left and right buttons to deal with, so it's a very simplistic game, that is for sure. There's a handful of collectibles for you to get while going down the mountain. You have leaves, which kind of count as the game's points, golden feathers, which you're able to get 3 golden feathers within 1 stage of the mountain. You will unlock the bonus part for that particular stage, where you get to run through a series of big piles of leaves for extra bonus points. You'll also be able to earn more hearts in order to replenish your health if you ended up losing it by getting these bonus rounds. The farther you make it down the mountain, though, of course, the more leaves you're going to be able to collect, and the more paper clips you earn. Paper clips are then spent on the various costumes and other doodads that you're able to unlock for each of the characters. The checkpoint mode, honestly the funner mode for me, is kind of like a classic arcade game like Outrun, where you have a time limit and your goal is to get to the checkpoint before the time limit ends up running out. You can crash as much as you want, but of course crashing is going to eat away at your time, and every time you go through that checkpoint you get a little bit of bonuses, as well as if you collect enough leaves you'll also get some bonus time at it, with your goal being to see if you're able to clear all the checkpoints and make it to the end. Each character plays slightly different from one another, each having their own special ability, such as the dog is able to bark when he gets near squirrels or raccoons, and this will allow you to easily collect the acorns. The acorns are scattered throughout the mountain in all the modes, and basically just net you a few extra paper clips if you're able to get them, but usually an animal's trying to get it as well, so you have to be very careful when going for them. The practice mode is just that, really, a practice mode, just to boot up. There's no penalties for crashing. None of the leaves you collect end up counting towards anything, but you can just kind of get your handling on the mountain itself or try out different characters once you end up unlocking them before jumping into the other modes. The game also has achievements. Basically, you're able to unlock in the game in the forms of stickers, and you'll earn them for completing certain tasks, as well as you have a daily challenge to try to complete as well, such as collecting a certain number of leaves or number of acorns within a 24-hour period. From the technical side of things, though, Shred It did run fine. I didn't run into major glitching, crashing, or slowdown of any sort. Shred It is available now on the PlayStation 4 for $9.99. It unfortunately doesn't feature a full trophy list or a platinum, though it is a relatively easy 100%, at least most of the trophies are pretty easy to grab. Overall, Shred It just isn't that special. I love the art style, and it is a mobile title being ported over, which we've seen a lot of, and it ends up really showing. I did have a few minor technical issues with the menu itself, like the pointer would glitch a little bit, but it wasn't anything too major. Overall, Shred It is, well, a endless runner on a snowboard. And if that's something that interests you, you may end up wanting to check it out. But as it sits now, I'm going to be giving Shred It a 4 out of 10. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.